Tucked away beyond the reach of the Grand Canyon itself lies a stretch of wild, rugged land that often goes unnoticed. A place where the silence is deep, the rock is ancient, and the trails are carved more by time than by footsteps. That's where our camp trip took us. Not to the rim, but to the remote terrain that surrounds it. Out here, the journey is the destination. We hiked through weathered sandstone formations that looked like they had cracked open from within. Massive slabs of stone leaning, tipping, and tumbling into natural corridors. The terrain felt like a life-size labyrinth with winding paths and towering rock walls that seemed to shift with the sun. Every turn held something unexpected. Among the rocks, we began to notice signs of the past. Half buried in the dirt, we found the rim of a clay pot, something that had touched the hands of many people long before us. It was a quiet reminder that this land was once home to those who lived in rhythm with its seasons and knew its sheltering stones well. Wildlife was everywhere if you knew where to look.
He's warning me.
A rattlesnake
I don't see him
hunched under a sage bush.
He's probably huge, sitting right there in the part that I can actually see. I believe that's... Hello, Rattler. I knew there was rattlesnakes out here. Oh,
Lizards with strange, jagged shapes clung to the rocks. In the distance, birds circled high on thermals, and even in the heat we saw signs of constant struggle for survival. Everything here, from the insects in the sand to the predators overhead, played a part in the circle of life. Though we never reached the canyon's edge, we stood overlooking a vast stretch of high desert wilderness, open, raw, and breathtaking. The view was wide and wild, untouched by roads or buildings, free of noise or trace of modern life. In that stillness, there was something sacred. The land felt alive and timeless, a place where nature continues its quiet work, undisturbed. It reminded us of what the world looks like when left alone. Beautiful, silent, and truly free.
Okay, so we are going to very remote part of the Grand Canyon. And on this camping trip, it is not just the new. She is coming along. She is our neighbor, but we're just trying. She's at our house like 24/7.
Hello, I'm the neighbor girl. And this is Leslie. Hi. And we're on a camping trip near Grand Canyon. What's up?
There's the airport.
Alright. There's the Whitmore International Airport, right? It's right there. And Barton Ranch in the background.
So Luna thought this was a lizard, and she found a horny toad.
And we're giving it water, and it does not want to drink it because it's like, here, drink water.
No.
He's actually drinking it.
He likes it. Oh, no. You stay here. Look at the little hornies on his head.
He's cute.
See these little hornies?
He's
He's like, it's raining. It's water in the desert. Be happy, little guy. It's like, what are you doing to me?
That's cute. This is your Horny Toad. We're making him drink water.
Yum, yum, yum.
We probably should make him drink.
Luna thought he was a lizard. And he was like, he was like, oh, look at that lizard. He's fat. And then I was like, that's not a lizard. That's a Horny Toad.
Wait, is it a toad or is it a lizard?
It's a lizard.
But it's called a Horny Toad.
He might run.
It's called a Horny Toad, but it's a type of lizard.
Okay, I want him to go to someone else.
What should we name him?
Toad!
I don't know.
No, Horny.
Yeah, Horny.
It's Horny. Horny the
Horn
magical
lizard.
Found more wildlife. Where is he? I'll stay back.
He's not a poisonous snake. I'm picking up this cow turd, and he's under it. Zoom in.
I am.
Let me get a picture.
I'm gonna take a picture. We're just finding all sorts of wildlife. Horny Toad.
Oh, he's
Snake.
cool. He's a pretty sweet snake.
Where's his face?
He looks
Oh, I
like
see
he's
it.
peaceful right
Slithering serpent.
now. Slithering serpent. Okay, now look how cool this is. Okay, zoom right over here. Here, stand up so we don't scare the snake. Walking right over here. And check that baby out.
We found this one last time we came, didn't we?
I did, and I left it here, and I just refound it. Oh, wait, stop. I'm trying to record it.
Should we hide it?
The tip of it's been broke.
Should we hide it?
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool to leave it in the open, so they might take it though. It's pretty cool that we found it again. We could just put a cow turd over it.
But then again, they're gonna be gone in a few.
This little guy, I'm gonna touch him. See what he does. Little guy. I bet you've never been touched by human hands. He's so cool. We are going to get the movie set up. Got our sleeping pads, tent,
We are not sleeping here.
beautiful cliff backdrop. Got our cookies that Elsie just stepped on. We're doing great.
Oreos!
I'm telling you.
Have you been drinking? Okay. Make sure you drink lots when we're out here.
Yeah, they're agave. So, blooms are pretty cool. They're so tall. And that's the bottom of the bloom is agave.
We're trying to get all the way up to an overlook point in front of the spring too. So you can actually see where you're thinking. You'll see it in a spot that probably less than 100 people have ever seen.
Okay, so we really are on a Google Earth search, a Google Earth sighting spot that we're attempting to go and find. Looks like a pretty interesting feature from a satellite perspective. It's just a little rough getting there, a little remote. Just the way we like it. Hey, we got cool new tires, so I don't know. Can't see the tires, but we got cool tires. And the 4-wheel drive works, so that's a plus. Okay, so we just want to go check out this rock right here. It's kind of harsh lighting, but just for petroglyphs, but already all over the ground is like total lithic material. I don't see pottery, but a lot of shards. That one's been whacked at. Oh, there's a lot here. So we're hoping maybe there might be petroglyphs on this rock. If I see something cool, I'll pick it up. There's way so much of it, it's hard to... It really is. These will be the flakes from making tools. I was hoping that would be pottery, but not seeing pottery, just the flakes. And this is the rock. It just looks like a very interesting rock. Oh, walk around this side. See any rock art? There's a nest. So try not to step on this stuff right here. This is called biocryptic soil. And it is little microorganisms and plants that holds the dirt of the desert together so that plants can grow on it. Wait, what? Don't see anything on this rock.
Yeah, that's too far. Jumping from.
But it's pretty cool. So, Grand Canyon's just that ridge, that back ridge right there is the south rim. We are on the north side of the Grand Canyon. So hoping we can find some cool lookout spots. A lot of animal trail. I don't see a lot of cattle stuff, but so it could be bighorns and stuff out here. Pretty cool. Okay, we found pottery.
Just one piece.
Yeah. Oh,
Another little piece of it.
get it in the camera. That helps. That side's pretty weathered. That one's nice and smooth though. Got more. Probably the same. Yep. That's pretty cool. Okay, literally we've only found those 2 little pieces of pottery, which is obvious good evidence, but tons of flaking. The ground is just so littered with tool making flakes. Be fun to sift through stuff. That's a pretty color. And pretty in the sun. This looks cool. I think it's a fossil. Pull it out of the ground. Yep. There's fossils right there. That's cool. Alright, I gotta go see what Breck's looking at over here. What'd you find?
What pottery was it?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Whoa.
It was just sitting here on the ground.
What about this?
That's a flake. That is really cool. Makes you wonder what's inside that.
We should crack it open.
Oh, good, but
Ooh, this rock is super cool.
found another piece.
Well, I didn't find the first one.
Let me see for a minute. This is cool piece because you can see how it's weathering down, and the camera doesn't pick it up very well. But there is sparkles in there, big time. If I blur it, and get it blurry. You can see, yeah, you can see it sparkling if I blur it. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna put it right back where you found it, which is right there. This is a really cool piece too. It's just pretty. We have one hand. There we go.
And a shark tooth.
Shark tooth. Whoa, that is a shark tooth. Hold still. Oh, by shark tooth.
It looks like a shark tooth, but it's not.
All right, let's carry on. We got lots to explore this day. Okay, we're investigating more creative ways to collect water in the deserts. But before I do that, to document the flowers, because they're so pretty. Clean the life out here. Got this pipe running. They would have rainstorms collect the water behind these little makeshift dams, and then they can pipe it out for the animals. These would have been started probably in the late 1800s. It's a very interesting way that this agave plant is growing. That is a thick base on that thing. Cool agave. And This looks very much so like black soot. So this could be Native American, because that's a fire under this ledge. See how easily I get sidetracked? We're supposed to be looking at that dam. Yeah, oh, cool little lizard. You lost your tail. Yeah, that's cool. Mud. Mortar, I don't know. What is it? So 2016? I guess that's not the late 1800s. But Pa's Pocket does the same thing, and they're the late 1800s. This natural little stairway right here. How cool is that?
Yeah, I know.
Like, whoa! There's a lot of names. There's Bundy's. That's pretty cool. Perfect little spot to gather water.
The Bundy's descendants help work on this.
Yeah. Bees need water too. What a cool spot. So here is another one. They're yucca bracelets. Not agave bracelets, yucca bracelets. There's a good amount of water in there. How cool is that? Yep. There's tadpoles in here, guys.
There's tadpoles.
Cute little tadpoles. In that bush is that second retention, and then there's this kind of big overhang, which, you know, obviously cowboys have been in here, but very much so had fires. But this whole, it is so hard to see it on a camera. It's just fascinating to be here in person, because what I'm looking at looks like just a bunch of rubble, but it's not. I've learned this from other YouTubers that I've learned how to spot these. This is, I believe, an agave roasting pit right here, because the rocks will be piled up, and when they're burned like that, they'll go white, and there's just so much ash in this dirt. But when you come over, I think this is a manzanita, by the way. Manzanitas have really pokey, they're spiky. And, yep, it has a very distinct smell right now because it's blooming. Okay, here's another spot right here. I mean, you can tell what the ground, the color of the ground is naturally that Kayenta Navajo red sandstone. But then, boom, you get this. And it's just pretty much in a circle of rocks, but a lot of ash in the ground right here. It's just ash. Way too much for early cowboys to do. And there's, wow, that looks like it could be some kind of a tool, huh? Maybe.
It looks like it's been like chipped at there.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool area. No, I gotta go check out that spot right there, right? Because it's black in there. That's cool. that ceiling's black.
You're looking for pottery.
Yeah, I am, and I found some. Nice little piece. Isn't that crazy? Look at how well that blends in with the color of this rock. And rocks don't... Oh, there's lots of pottery. Better be careful where we're stepping. So you know those rocks don't get put up in there for naturally. Those have been placed in here. Wow, that's a mono. Look at that baby. I'll bet that's a mono. There's a lot of pottery. Wow, check out all this. Just cool pieces.
That's a triangle.
There's a triangle. That's interesting. Careful where you're stepping, buddy. This is very interesting.
Look at that one.
This is bone, but it's definitely been worked down to that shape. How interesting. Check out this piece, Breck. Documenting this too, because how weathered. Is this proof that pottery does eventually break down? This side was facing down, but this side's up. Some really pretty pieces here. A lot of stuff here. A lot of fires in this little hole. This is definitely flat.
Oh yeah, big time.
Both sides to mono.
See this piece right here? Oh, never mind. I thought that stick was a little point sticking off of it.
There's a very distinct ash in there. Wow. It is pretty cool in here. See, the ceiling's all black. Fun. I think it goes down here. It's going. Are we going over that? Oh, funny. And that's a very mountain. He's warning me. I don't see him though. He's probably huge sitting right there. Okay. Oh, yep, I see him. He's pretty good size. I'm gonna zoom in on a part that I can actually see. I believe that's... Hello, Rattler. I knew there was rattlesnakes out here. Oh, I see his face. There he is. I'm within 3 feet though. Hello, big guy. Well, there's your proof. There's rattlesnakes out on the desert. This is very interesting because Breck cannot hear rattlesnakes except with his hearing aids. Now he has his hearing aids on and now he's like, oh yeah, I can hear him. Don't get too close. He's cool. Look at his tongue poking out. Okay, so we just spotted this from the car. Again, you see that white rock, and it looks like an agave roasting pit. This is an eggshell. I'm gonna guess turkey eggs, maybe. I don't know if they have turkeys out here, but it's cool. Some kind of eggshell. Let's go check that spot out. Okay. Looks like a pretty good sized pit. That's taken a lot of work to build that up. This is cool. I've never really seen one out like this. Except for what we just looked at, but this distinctly has a hole in it. And yeah. Look how well that's built up. How far apart do you think that, or how wide does that circle? 15 feet?
Yeah, about 15 feet.
That's a big pit. And this does look interesting that there's rocks kind of stacked right here.
Yeah.
In the circle.
No question.
Yeah, that's fascinating. If I ever have seen one of them, I don't think I've ever recognized it or known it to be a roasting pit. And it's just so desolate, you know, to know that humans lived here. Okay, so we marked the spot on Google Earth, but forgot to put the coordinates onto Google Maps and download the area. So we are really flying by the seat of our pants. Okay, so I have to pause the video here for just a moment and explain how we found this place on Google Earth. Last time we'd come to this camping trip, we had started on some of these dirt roads in this general area. And my curiosity got the best of me, as we didn't feel like our Suburban was worthy to go on those roads at that trip, so we made it more worthy and came back. But as I was researching where maybe some of these roads were going, I came across this little gem just hidden, and it really piqued my curiosity. So this is what inspired the second trip back to the Grand Canyon, so that we could go out and figure out what this cool little green, obvious water spot was in the desert. What really caught my attention was that little square right there next to the water. Of our pants. To find this place, this all matches because the road looked really, really faint, and there's a lot of plants growing up. There was a square, which I thought looked like a rock building from Google Earth, but very well could have been this. And the aqua-colored water would have been right over here, which this is definitely a retention for where water would collect. So we're guessing we found the spot, our Google Earth destination. It's not really a spring. I was really hoping that square box was like a building. It sure looked like it could have been a building without a roof on it. Solid rock. This would all fill up. This would all be full of water right through here. And would create quite a cool looking little puddle of water from Google Earth. I bet this is it. And it's just another example of how they collect water in the desert. But this one isn't that old. In fact, I think there is a date over here. There's tire tracks in there. This definitely would, if it had water, would almost give it that blue color. The way it looks so different. Lots of grasses. And there's the ever evasive, gosh, the name has just slipped my tongue. Right at the bottom. It's a very evasive plant that they brought in from Asia or somewhere in that area in the early 1800s to give the banks of rivers more stability, but little did they know how destructive it was going to be. And here it is, growing out here on the edge of the Grand Canyon. And again, there's your south rim. I'm sure we'll get out to a pretty cool lookout spot. Maddie, Bill, Barry, 2011. Water goes down. Fills up that tank. I hear my name being called. Almost looks like there could be a spring right here. It's a big tank. Sounds empty. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, hot, hot, hot. I'm gonna put my camera right there because I don't know what that says and I can't see it and it's too hot. We just walked from up over there. There's all sorts of stuff to see here, including this poor feller. Look how his skin is just naturally gone to leather. I don't see his head anywhere though. They're coming to see the dead cow. There's the tank. Oh no, he's got hair. He's been here a while. What do you think?
Big bones.
He's big bones. The cow's skin is like just naturally leather. This is fun for a YouTube video. That's natural leather right there.
Oh, it's all skin.
See his legs.
It's rotting flesh,
Oh, goodness. But his head's gone. Where do you think his head is?
Somebody probably ate his head.
Oh. Well, rest in peace, little cow.
It's too tight.
Yeah, untie it. I'll retie it. Well, this road definitely keeps going.
It just goes out close to the rim.
Does it? Do you think it would be a pretty place to go hike out to the rim and see? Trumbull, 2011. Orville. And so. Or Os. It's where they stored the bags of cement to keep them out of the weather. We have seen cement bags tucked up in crevices like this before. I wonder what this was. It's interesting. Some old cans in there. More old cans. Isn't it cool? Makes you wonder how this rock got to right here, or if it's just washing out the bottom of it, because back it out as far as I can back out. It's a big rock. Look at that. Just kind of balancing. I bet it's just eroded out underneath it. It's gonna be 20 feet tall. So cool. Okay, so I have to pause the video again to point out another really cool Google Earth phenomenon, geology, so to speak. So I'm going to take you back to Google Earth. Here's this cool little water hole that was dried up. And just to give you a perspective, again, here's the Colorado River. And we are going to take this little dirt road, and we're going all along this edge out to right here. And this is the point that I want to show you from Google Earth. Pretty spectacular geology, and the next part of the video we're gonna show how we're kind of traversing across this. My goal is to get out here to see this canyon. This canyon is pretty cool. It's deep, but it's not the Grand Canyon, but if you follow it, it follows, oops, I didn't want to do that yet. But you follow it down here into the Grand Canyon. So kind of, but what I do want to point out, again, here's the feature where we're going to end up, is I want you to look at this canyon and then look at this geological feature. So essentially we've got two crisscrossing canyons, and you can see it better when I tilt. And you can see how this comes in just fascinating to me. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. It's pretty cool features on the land, but really it just kind of mimics what's going on right here in these rocks, just on a much larger scale. So just thought I'd point that out because it's really kind of fun. All right, back to the video and enjoy the rest of our adventures. All right, we are just out on this end of this road. This isn't the actual where the Colorado River is, but this looks like a pretty intense canyon. Again, the Colorado River is going to be over there. That'll be the south rim in the distance. We were hoping we could get out to the actual rim of the canyon, but this might just have to do for now because we've been traveling on dirt roads all day long. Maybe we're getting tired, but still pretty amazing country. From Google Earth, you can see these rocks, and they look like really cool formations because you can see the cracks going through where they are weathered. So, hoping to get over there and explore some of those. Oh, that's cool. Hold on, come here. Some sharply teeth, whatever he is. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I drug the rest of the bones out because they were tucked under there. And I don't know if this looks like maybe two animals have died or if that's a tail. But I'm thinking it looks like a little dinosaur. Or maybe an alligator. Two animals or one? Here's another clue. That's a leg bone. That's a good sized leg bone. So if this critter had a tail, I don't know if that looks like a tail though. Definitely the hips. Mystery. If there was water or a rainstorm, there's tons of water holes, tanks, water tanks out here. This is what you see from Google Earth, are these big cracks. Trying to find a way out to look into that canyon. Might prove a little challenging in all this fun terrain. Getting closer though. It's like a maze. Looks so cool. Okay, this is a kind of cool plant. Not sure what it is, but I've never seen it before. Doesn't have a smell. Yeah, no smell. Okay, makes me nervous. Walking in this Because all these little cracks. So I'm going to be like, here's snakies. Gila monsters. Any other wild, venomous desert creatures. Yeah. You can, not sure which route to take. The cliff edge or the cliff top. But I think I'm getting closer to the destination. Looks like a nice little shelter area. Coral rock formation. Yeah, that looks like it drops pretty good down there. Be cool to see rock art under one of these. Oh wow. So quiet. It's hard to take in the stillness and fathom how far down that is. What a cool view. I guess that's a road over there. We're not finding that road today. This rock. Just balancing. And this little center point. Agave. Feel like I'm just in a labyrinth. How cool is this? It would be so easy to get lost in, but I can still hear voices from children playing Bop It in the car. Again, this rock is right over me. like a dark hole in there. Good hideout spot in the storm. This is just amazing in here. Wow. I think I almost found my way back to the car. This has been quite the adventure to find my way out of all that. Definitely scramblage was required. Go this way. It's a big crack. It's a deep crack. Yeah, when it rains, there's an ample supply of water up here. There's so many water tanks. I bet they're all just teeming with life. Okay, I'm trying to get out to that point right there. Or somewhere out there without hitting big deep ravines and crevices and geological formations that are impossible for me to traverse. They're just so full of vegetation that it would just be hard to walk down in these cracks. That one looks really cool. That would be fun to walk through and see where it goes. Right here, and then out that way, and I think it goes up that way too. But that's a very distinct crack. I don't know if I'm going to make it out here to the point or not. These formations are going to stop me. Try and go. I think I'm going to go back this way. Get across to up here and head over there and see what I can find. I can find a way across the cracks. Oh, look, this rock right here wants to be like a little bridge for me. It's awfully nice of it. I can almost get down right there and walk through that crack. My curiosity's getting the best of me, believe me. If I didn't have a car full of family humans that were tired and ready to go back to camp, I probably would try it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I was just right over here. Here's this crack here. And come down. So cool. So tempted to go down in there. Alright, let's go this way. Stop this video for a bit. I just want to be right there. I come across something like that. Like, I just don't even know how to get out there. A little hole. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's a long way down there. I guess my tummy a little queasy to look down that. Okay, let's try. I can see through there. Oh, it's coming right at us. Little dust devil. Feels good. That was cool. Couldn't really see it, but it kind of just drifted right by us. And another crack. Getting closer. But yeah. Don't want to drop my phone down there because I'm not going after it if I do. This may be as far as I make it. Just want to see the canyon without falling in. Yep. Just seems to get more and more hairy as I get closer to the edge. All right. Right. See what obstacle is going to stop me again. Yeah, that just tests my nerves as well. Another crack. You can see that one going all the way. Like, phew. But I think this is the rock right here that would get me out to the point. Hold on. Alright, that wasn't a bad hop. Here's that crack. Did I make it? Here's the final test. And there it is. Made it out here. Whoa, this is so crazy. So pretty. There's a massive rock just overhang that cliff edge.